Welcome to the Peach Teach English podcast. I'm Frankie Mesmer, your host. I'm so glad you're here because today we're diving into something really powerful: the benefits of shared experiences. You've probably heard the saying, sharing is caring, and we're going to explore why that's more than just a nice little phrase. It's actually supported by science and can deeply enrich our lives. We live in a society today that really focuses on the value of self-care. And I'm a big supporter of it. Taking care of ourselves is crucial. But at the same time, we've become more individualistic. And in many ways, we've lost touch with the sense of community that humans naturally crave. We're communal creatures by nature. Our social lives are just as important as our self-care. Here's the thing: sharing moments, experiences, and even material things with others can actually make our experiences more enjoyable. For example, I'm reading a self-help book right now, and while reading alone is nice and I can definitely learn a lot, I'm also part of a book club. Every Thursday, we get together after reading a chapter of the book, and we talk about it. We share our ideas, perspectives, and how the book has impacted us. Sharing this experience together allows us to connect better, become more open-minded, listen to new perspectives, and it makes the book even more enjoyable because it becomes a social experience. And because I've shared that, I feel more connected to the book's lessons, and I'm more likely to carry those teachings with me. We've talked about how sharing experiences can make them more meaningful. There's actually science to back it up. So let's look at a fascinating study that really highlights the power of shared experiences. In 2014, a researcher named Erica Boothby at Yale University conducted a study to explore how sharing an experience, even passively, affects our emotions. Boothby and her team believe that experiencing something with another person, even without direct interaction, could actually amplify our emotional response. Think about it. If you're watching a movie alone, you'll have your own reaction to it. But if someone is next to you, watching the same thing, their presence might change how you feel about it, even if you're not talking. It's like there's this invisible connection just from being together in the moment. To test this idea, Boothby designed an experiment where participants did everyday activities like watching videos or tasting chocolate. Some participants were alone, while others had someone else there with them, a person in on the study who wasn't allowed to interact, but simply shared the experience. Afterward, participants rated how much they enjoyed the experience and described how vividly they remembered it. The results were eye-opening. Those who shared their experience with someone else reported more enjoyment and stronger, more vivid memories. Boothby concluded that sharing an experience, even without a single word exchanged, could amplify the emotions tied to it. This suggests that humans have a natural connection that enriches our lives when we simply share a moment together. So why does this matter? Boothby's study shows us that human connection can heighten our emotional experiences and deepen our enjoyment. Just by being present with others, we're able to make our lives richer and fuller. This reinforces how valuable it is to invite others into our lives, even for the small moments. Now picture this. Think of a time when you shared an experience with a friend, a partner, or even a stranger. Maybe it was a concert, a sunset, or a delicious meal. Chances are, having someone there made the moment feel fuller, and you probably remember it more clearly. This study reminds us that sharing is caring isn't just a feel-good slogan. It's really backed by science. The more we share our lives and experiences, the more we can connect, grow, and create memories that last. In a world that often encourages us to do it alone, studies like Boothby's remind us why it's so important to make space for others in our lives. So now that we've looked at the science behind why sharing experiences makes them more meaningful, let's dive into some simple ways to create shared moments in our lives. You don't need to wait for a big event to share something with others. Sometimes the smallest moments are the ones that matter the most. So first, you can do an activity you enjoy with another person. One of the easiest ways to create shared experiences is by simply doing something you love with someone else. Whether it's watching a TV series, going shopping, or playing video games, doing an activity together automatically makes it more enjoyable. For example, I really love doing puzzles or tasting craft beer. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy these things on my own, but they're way more fun when I can taste the beer with someone else and talk about it. Or when doing a puzzle, I might not be talking much, but having someone there makes it feel more special. It makes the whole experience more memorable and manageable. Another option is virtual hangouts. Many people will say that face-to-face interactions are often the best way to connect. But it can still be super meaningful to have virtual hangouts. I've had some amazing experiences with language partners from around the world, places like Brazil, France, Turkey. And even though we've never met in person, we've formed strong, real connections through online conversations. I remember one student from Turkey telling me, I didn't know that it would be possible to feel so close to someone I've never met in person. You've really become my friend. This is why I host virtual hangouts. Every month, I create events where people can come together to practice their English and learn about American culture. We get to socialize and enjoy learning together, which is so much better than doing it alone. For example, during the pandemic, I joined a virtual Halloween party hosted by a podcast I listened to. There were comedy acts, live music, games, everything you would expect from an in-person event. But I was connecting with people from all over the world online. It was so much fun. I really wish they had done more virtual hangouts like that because I would have signed up again. Now, don't forget that you can include people in your everyday activities. For example, I really like going to a cafe in my free time, ordering a coffee, eating a delicious pastry. This can be really fun alone, especially because I love sweets and coffee. But honestly, it's even better when my wife comes with me. We can enjoy each other's company. And those little moments are often the highlight of my day. So now that we've looked at some ways that we can include people in our social activities, let's look at some barriers that might make this difficult. The first one is that we're very busy. Most of us, we have jobs, families, and we're always focused on getting our tasks done. And of course, this is very important, but we can't neglect time with our friends, our partners, or families. So just like you prioritize your goals, make sure that spending time with your loved ones is also on that list. Another barrier could be that we face anxiety when we need to spend time with other people. Maybe we're worried about what they think of us. We're concerned about saying the wrong thing. But just remember, be yourself, but also be kind. It's normal to have disagreements with people sometimes. What's most important is that people feel safe to communicate their perspectives. So you need to ask yourself, have I been isolating myself a bit too much? Take a moment to evaluate how you're spending your time. If you think you might be neglecting your social connections, take the initiative to make a change. Invite a friend over for a drink. Send a video or a song to a family member and talk about it. Little steps like this can help you stay connected on a daily basis and add a little bit of joy into your day. And don't forget the power of being present. Of course, as the study showed us, even just someone being in the same room as you can make an experience more enjoyable. But there will be an even bigger impact if you're truly present and sharing that moment with others. Show them that you care about what they're saying. Express your gratitude for that connection. Sharing isn't just about the activity. It's about the interaction, the love, and the care we put into it. So as we wrap up today's episode, I hope you're feeling inspired to make the most of shared experiences in your life, whether it's a friend, a family member, or even a virtual connection. Remember, it's the little moments that often leave the biggest impact. And there are so many ways to create meaningful connections every day. If you're looking for a way to share experiences, improving your English, I want to invite you to join the Peach Teach English community. There are group classes, monthly community events, and we get to practice English together. We create shared experiences that help us grow both as English speakers and as people. So if you're ready to join a community where you can share, learn, and grow, come check out the Peach Teach English community. Let's experience the joy of learning and connection together. Thanks for listening to today's episode. I encourage you to take a moment to share something with someone today. You could even share this episode and talk about it with someone. Until next time, bye.